What's going on, you guys? You guys know that I have no problem addressing serious content on this channel. I've done it time and time again. This is going to be another one of those videos, and this isn't even going to be necessarily like those other videos. I try to stay away from talking about the rhetoric that goes on Twitter, on YouTube. I guess you would throw TikTok in this. And it's a term that I've seen a lot of people use, and I've been using it for the past few years. It's called toxic positivity. Now, I see a lot of people going at this term, and I don't think they really necessarily go into what this term means. So I'm going to define the term in what I believe it means. I believe in toxic positivity is influencers, media people, streamers, content creators. I guess that's an influencer, where they want to maintain their relationships with publishers, sponsorships. And I believe that toxic positivity is, if you referring to something or if you talk about a product, if there is negative stuff, you have to either swing it a positive way or cancel it out with a positive option that is in the game as well, or product or whatever. So, for example, I'm talking about, bad servers in a game. Instead of just saying I'm disappointed with the way that X company used these servers, I've been very vocal in the past when it comes to, if you're making a multiplayer type of game and you do no open beta, no closed beta, you don't do anything to prepare yourself for the traffic that you're going to receive day one, that's on you. But if someone that practiced toxic positivity said that, instead of saying that sentence, they would say, look, this isn't an easy thing to do. This is just the industry. And when you make these games, they can't anticipate the traffic. Are both statements correct? Yes. But when I'm regarding to you guys, when I'm talking to you guys, the excuses to them is not your problem. The excuses of how some game development happens is not the consumer's problem. I feel like we've gotten to the point, and especially with influencers, where they care more about the issues that the companies are having more than them talking to the consumers. That's just my honest opinion on the matter, because at the end of the day, I don't owe these companies anything. But who I do own, I owe you guys transparency. I owe you guys honesty. I owe you guys being just a stand-up person, that my morals are where they need to be. Look, will I like to do this one day as a full-time thing? Of course. But I won't let it sacrifice the parts of me that shine the most. The passion, the loving the games that I play. There's a lot of stuff going on in the industry. And then one of the biggest things I see people using is, like, if they can't win an argument overall, instead of admitting that they were wrong, their go-to is, well, with everything going on in the world, this is just games. We're not talking about that. We're not. We're talking about what is right for the consumer. What is my opinion on the matter? At the end of the day, even if the opinion and just the facts on what's going on behind scenes with the companies themselves is 100% correct, that is not the consumer's problem. You know whose problem that is? That's the publisher and the developer. The developer for not getting it out in a timely manner, and the publisher for letting it come out in the state it is. I see so many people, especially people that practice toxic positivity, trying to spin so many things. I don't know where this argument or discussion starts anymore. And the funny thing is, when you look at it from the industry standpoint, I feel like toxic positivity has become so prevalent, it has become so active in the industry, that unless you talk about their product in a certain way, you're not even going to get a response back. I put it on Twitter a few weeks ago. It might have been last week. I don't know. I said, we're in an industry that the people who actually choose things, the publishers, the developers, maybe not necessarily the developers, mainly the publishers, because they're the ones that handle all the PR. People only care that you have the viewership. They don't care how you got the viewership. They don't care if you clickbait and lie to your consumer and that's how you got them in your your YouTube channel in general. They don't care that you throw around doom and gloom and hate trains, which I have said in the past that I do believe that, those are exaggerated to a point. Are there people out there doing legit doom and gloom because they know that that's going to generate content? They know that's going to generate viewership? Yes. But I wouldn't go as far as to say that everyone that speaks negative about anything is a doom and gloom situation. Some people are just passionate about the industry and passionate about particularly that product that they're referring to. For instance, I got dragged through the streets. That Game of Thrones scene where a homegirl is walking through the streets almost nothing on, and she having rocks and stuff thrown at her. That's how the Xbox community handled me. And that was just me, a small content creator. We got to the point where we are truly in an echo chamber. And if you don't get with the program, you're going to get thrown down with it. I got so many people in this industry that I'm seeing on Twitter that they truly want you to believe that what Xbox is doing is going to work out for them. Are they saying that because they don't want to, because that's their actual opinion, that they truly believe that Xbox is and what they're doing now is going to work out in a very positive way for them? Or are they saying that because they don't want to upset people that give them money at Xbox, that give them opportunity? One thing I've always appreciated about influencers over media is I felt like media is way more connected to the industry than influencers, streamers. And I felt like we could actually get our point across. We can actually speak because we don't have funding necessarily coming from a lot of these companies. Sure, may they give us money. But you guys know when I do any type of sponsorship, and I don't really do any on this channel, you guys know I'm going to be honest with you guys. And I feel like a lot of other people, they don't necessarily get that same type of benefit of the doubt. And maybe that's just because of how they've handled themselves on Twitter, how they've handled themselves on YouTube videos, podcasts. There's a variety of different reasons. I do truly believe that this industry doesn't reward passion enough. I believe that all you have to do is find what's what I'm looking for? The skimmiest ways to grow a channel, and that's all. Clickbait. And I believe that people get skewed what clickbait is. To me, a catchy title is not clickbaiting. Clickbaiting is trying to give the illusion of a video, but when you click it, you're almost lying. And sometimes you are lying. Toxic positivity is definitely ruining this industry, from publisher-wise to influencer-wise. You got something like Suicide Squad. Is it a good game? That's up for debate. But when people are just coming out with their opinions saying, I'm disappointed that they didn't make the type of games that I want, how in any way, shape, or form is that an opinion that isn't fair? If Final Fantasy stopped making Final Fantasy and they started making something else, and I'm like, I wish it was Final Fantasy again, which I probably wouldn't say that because I haven't liked the Final Fantasy. That's fair criticism. It's not fair. But toxic positivity says you can't bash a game from previous games they made. You can't, criticize a game from previous games they made of. Toxic positivity says you got to spin that into a way that makes the company look good in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not cool with that. I'm always going to keep it real on this channel to the best of my abilities. I'm only human. Is sometimes you'll see my opinion change from time to time? Yes. It's because new information came and I've changed my perspective on that topic throughout the years. But for the most part, and people that's been following me for a while, I've been consistent with my perspectives on things. I rarely change up drastically. And that's just my opinion on the matter. Look, I understand people wanting to do this. And like, I do want to understand from the perspective of the people that practice toxic positivity. There are certain companies in this industry that really want that. They want to be able to, with the illusion that they can control you. And this is just my opinion on the matter. You know, I personally feel like I've never been hugely attacked in the industry from, from in the industry itself in terms of opportunities. I don't cuss at people. I don't disrespect people. I always give criticisms, examples, instead of just saying a game is bad. I'm very up to what's going on. I don't just bash to bash. I don't just talk down to talk down. I try to be as concise and as clear with my message as possible. And I truly believe that the majority of the industry, that's all they want. Now, maybe I'm not deeper into the VIP than all these other people. Maybe there is a certain way you got to roll to be, full-time in this place. You got to move around a certain way where you can get opportunities where you don't have to work another job. But at that point, is it worth it? I don't know. Couldn't tell you guys. To me, it isn't. I always got to be authentic and original with my personal opinions. But anyway, put in the comment section below what you guys feel about this. Very curious your guys' opinion. Appreciate the support you guys have been giving me. Definitely hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. You can always sub to the channel for weekly content. And until next time, we'll see you later, man. And follow me on YouTube at Addict Arena. I'm going to be streaming Final Fantasy VII Rebirth the entire time, man. It's going to be lit. I'm going to play all kinds of that game. Appreciate everything, guys. Peace.